is First Step.
Hey, everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the First Step Podcast. My name is Kevin. With me, back from his stint as John Rahm's caddy at the Olympics, Javi.
Dude, excited to be back.
What's up, dude? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We took a break last week. We had a few mini episodes while you were over there with the Spanish bomber, losing like a loser that he is.
Why you spreading nasty rumors about me?
Just because I know that you're a choke artist on golf tournaments, so I thought.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's false.
Is it?
That's false.
Is it?
Not
Is
really.
It?
I just don't. I don't play well from the start. It's not choking if you never played.
It's specifically on tournament when you have to do well is when you don't do well. It's great.
That's a false narrative, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe what he says.
Listen, I think in the comments below, guys, please make sure everyone hits up on Javi Portal's tournament win streak here. It's not good. Make sure it's Javi, not Jordan. Javi, not the young, cooler brother that's better than him in golf.
Considering I haven't played a golf tournament in 10 years.
Yeah, I'll take it. Talk to me, buddy. How's it been?
Been great. Watching a ton of Olympics.
Ton of Olympic sports.
Nah, mainly because there's not much else, but
right. Yeah. No, I see that. Yeah, it's a slow time for like our favorite sports, but it's a great time for being a fan of athletic ability in general. Like we're seeing the best athletes in the world compete, which is super fun.
I do love the Olympics. So I don't know if the rest of the world, the U.S. has the same like appreciation for it, but I think it's a blast.
I think Olympics is a big deal. It's the country comes together. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You're here. You're for the Olympics. You want to see the medals. You want to see the gold medals. You want to see that medal count high.
It's the purest form of like competition, of sportsmanship, of just pure like athletic competition that we have.
It's what sports is for. Like this is what sports is, right?
It's no money, and you see the best stories. That's where you see the people. You see all these people crying and
a lot of heartbreak, a lot of effort,
a lot of heartbreak, a lot of joy. Like you just see the beauty of sports, and it's pure competition.
Yeah,
like nobody really. No one's doing it for the money.
Most of these athletes are normal in the sense of they're good, hardworking people, blue collar people. A lot of these people are not rich. They don't have those big endorsement deals that most athletes have. Unless you're like in those big top 3, top 4 sports in the Olympics, you're just a normal person who works really hard and practices very hard to be there.
But I would even say even in the sports where you do have all the pro athletes, you still see like these guys, they care a lot. This is a big deal. Even for the ones that get paid millions. Like Rory, we can get into it later, but Rory had some really cool comments. Yeah. I hate giving Rory credit for anything.
Ooh,
but he had some good comments. No, zero chance. But he did have some good comments about the state of golf and how it seems like the best two, with all the money that's being thrown around. And his exact quote was like, the shit show that golf is in right now.
Yeah.
That it seems like the two biggest tournaments that the sport has, the Ryder Cup and the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Olympics is the biggest event that the sport has, but two of the biggest, there's no money. Scotty was crying after he won, and we haven't seen him win. He's won $60 million, and I don't know, Masters, and he hasn't really cried. He didn't cry when he won his second Masters. Maybe I don't even remember if he cried for the first one.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
But you saw him up there with his gold medal on the podium doing the national anthem. Guy starts bawling.
Yeah.
So it means a lot even to these guys that still get paid millions.
Yeah, listen, I would like to go straight into that golf. We talk a lot about golf here, and I feel like golf is dominated by these pro athletes, and it really is. It's a major tournament in the sense that a lot of the best golfers in the world are playing. Sure, you might only have 4 representatives from the United States, but a lot of players, you still had John Rahm there, you had Rory, Xander, Aberg, it
was a stacked field. You saw that leaderboard going into the weekend, like going into gold medal Sunday. Yeah. That leaderboard was as good as any major. Like those last 3 groups were just loaded with Xander, Scotty, and Rahm. What was it? There was
Rahm, Xander, obviously Scotty.
No, but there was actually
Tommy Fleetwood.
It was Fleetwood, Xander, and Rahm in the final group.
Yep.
That's electric. Could you imagine that in a major? We'd be jerking off to it. Then behind him, you had Rory chasing him. You had Scotty chasing him. You had Aberg like playing back there.
Yeah.
All these huge names. It was a loaded field.
Now that I just see myself, I do have to apologize to the people that are watching us. I did bring the guns on today for the show. It's okay. I do have a license to carry.
Yeah,
I
I
do
was
have a
gonna say
license to
I
carry.
love your tank top.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
You look between that and the gold chain, you look about as Miami as you can get.
I'm just missing
Are
the
you
gold teeth. The
are you
gold teeth and
wait,
the
are you celebrating
the
the new
pitbull.
naming
The
of the
pitbull the
Pitbull
pitbull stadium FIU baby.
for
Paw
FIU?
claw, paw claw, dale, bro. Mr. Worldwide.
How about that? You're an
Yeah,
FIU alum. How do
that
you
is
feel
a
about that? Are you
that is
excited?
a no. I mean, I don't know what
it's
to say about
it's
that. It's
it's
called
it's the
Pitbull Stadium. It's just, it's weird.
it's the most Miami. It's the most Miami thing I've ever seen.
I stand by it. I think it should be called the Dallas Stadium
I
or
agree. I think they missed. I missed on Pitbull. I get it. He wants his name out there, but that was a big miss.
it could be
Dallas,
like
the Dallas
Worldwide
Stadium would have been
Stadium.
great.
It could have been so many other things.
Can you imagine
Do you
the Mr. Worldwide Stadium?
do you think every time FIU Golden Panthers score or have like a great tackle, it's just like a sound clip of him going Dale?
Did you hear? He's part of the deal. Is he's making a song for FIU. I swear to God.
That's gonna be our theme song from now on. I'm
I,
just throwing
I'm,
that out right now. That's gonna be our theme song.
I'm not even kidding. From what I
Going
read,
to the
he's gonna
cage,
do.
gonna kill him up. Right, Dale.
Oh, it's not called the Cage anymore.
I know. Sorry, Pitbull Stadium, whatever it is.
It's Pitbull Stadium.
It's an
It's
awful name.
great.
It's an awful name, but you know what? I'm here for it. Whatever. Give us all your money.
Hey,
Give
you
us some
look good.
NIL
Don't worry about it.
deals. It doesn't matter. It's Mr. Worldwide. I'll take it. But yeah, I think golf was in a really good place. Sunday was super exciting. Scotty Scheffler shot what, 9 under, 10 under to win that on Sunday?
What did he shoot? 62, tied the
60
course record.
So 9 under, right? It was a 71.
Yeah, he was 71, 9 under.
So
He shot 29 on the back nine. 29 on the back nine. That's
That
a
guy's
joke.
ridiculous. We talk about how he's normally just like consistently good, right? So he's 5 under, 5 under, 5 under, 5 under. I don't know where he pulled out a 9 under, bro, but I'm all for it. And I was super excited. I'm frustrated because we talked about it, how you put money on him when he was down. And I was like, fuck, that was a great bet because he was like, for the first time, he was like at plus 1250 or something, 1450.
Yeah, the beginning. I happened to have I woke up early that day. You
Yeah.
know, because I have a child, so I was up at 6 in the morning, and I look at the odds because they were about to tee off at 6:30, and I was like, wow, Scotty, he's not that far back going into the round. Like he was like
Right.
four back. I'm like, for Scotty, you never know, but he was plus 16, plus 1500, 60. I think I got him at plus 1600,
There you go.
which was. Yeah, I was like, that's a steal from what we have seen Scotty all year. That was a steal. So I hammered that. And then I think with like 10 holes to go, he was at like, I didn't bet it because I missed it, but he was at like plus 6,000.
Oh,
So
really?
if you got into that right before he made the turn, it's hard you got to have some stones for that because he was, I think he might have been like 9 shots back at that point, which was crazy. That's when Rom was behind him, like 2 groups behind him, had made like a few birdies. Like it was legit a 9-shot gap.
Sure.
And he had 8 holes to play.
Lights out.
Tore up the back.
Talk
tore
about
up
great.
the back now.
A lot of our critique about Scotty, there's a weakness in his game, it's been the putting, and he was just making putts left and right. Every putt he needed to make, he was making, dude. Even that last on 18 to win it, I guess at this point to win it was that little par with that par putt to save it, man. It was great. It was really good golf to watch. John Rahm, we were texting like, oh man, I hope John Rahm and Tommy Fleetwood kind of choke. And you called it. You're like, don't worry, Tommy Boy is gonna choke. It's almost a guarantee.
The Fleetwood choke, because I feel bad with that dude. Like he just can't win the big one.
What do you think? I know for golfers, I think the Olympics, it's a different type of pressure. It's not so much like you don't have a financial pressure to win, but you do have the pressure of like your country representing your country.
Ron came out and said, he has it. Actually pretty like eye-opening. He was talking, goes back to what we were saying about how these guys care this much. Like it means a lot to these people, these athletes in the Olympics. And he was like, man, I haven't felt this. I can't remember the last time I felt this.
Do you hear that from the mic?
Is that your dog?
Guys, just don't be worried. It's not a werewolf. It's my child who's trying to break in.
Your child? That's not a dog?
No, it's wild. It's a wild child. Do you think he gets in? No, we're okay. We're okay. I think he's been subdued. Oh, there he is. Never mind.
Did he walk in?
No, he's just trying to open the door with a stick. He started to learn tools. It's like when the apes started to learn tools and turn into humans. That's where he's at now.
Evolution at its finest, man.
Evolution at its finest. All right. Anyways, we'll try to power through this, guys. Yeah, Hubs. Obviously, me and you have talked about how John Rahm is arguably one of the best golfers in the world right now. Obviously, he's playing at Live. We talked about how in these Masters and major tournaments, how I get this feeling that he feels like he needs to prove something, right? He went into Live thinking that he was going to be the great uniter, and that ended up not being true, right? Like he wasn't the person that's being like, okay, if John Rahm's over there, we're just going to let him play, let everyone play every tournament. But do you think John Rahm has taken a step back skill wise, or is it just that Scotty's
I
just
mean,
playing lights out?
if you look at it, he hasn't played. It's a little deceiving because he didn't play well at the Masters. He skipped the U.S. Open. I think it was the Masters and the PGA. He didn't play great. He skipped
Right.
the U.S. Open. He did finish seventh at the Open, and he's like he's he won at Live recently, and he's like second or third. He's not that far back in the standings of Live, like for overall. So he hasn't played that bad, but of course, when you go to Live, the only thing that matters is the majors, and that's what you're judged by now. And we haven't seen it, and he hasn't. He probably hasn't been the sharpest version of Rom recently, but
Do you think that's because of lack of competition?
no, I just think look, golfers go through slumps. The guy was yeah, he was at the top of he was at the top of the golfing world a year ago. But I think if he was on the PGA tour, we would have definitely seen him pick off a couple wins. He just recently won on Live against some good players. I think he would have won on the tour. Maybe he wouldn't have had the same he would have had the same finishes in majors. But then we saw him show up at the Olympics. He looked great until
Look
he
great.
played
Yeah,
great.
he really did.
He really played just 9 holes of bad golf. It just sucks. It was his last nine, but that was pretty uncharacteristic. It was a little bit shocking to see. He shot 6 under on the front, so he shot a 30 on the
Mhm.
front, 30, 31. Yeah, it was 30, and then he went 39 on the back, which
Yeah.
is that was to
Was it like
me
3-4 over?
it's three or four over. Yeah, that's about as big as a collapse as you can do. Which was I thought it was unexpected. With 9 holes left, I thought this thing was done. He was making a
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah. It was really fun to see once Scotty finished, and he finished there up top with, I think he was tied with Tommy Fleetwood at that point. Then kind of Tommy choked. Rom wasn't able to come back from anything. They both just started shooting bogeys around 16, 17, and 18. It was just fun. It was a really good tournament. I really enjoyed it. U.S. Olympic golf isn't usually the most exciting sport, but this one was good. I really enjoyed it. I
It
can't
was.
talk.
It delivered. That back nine, you can't say anything, man. That back nine was electric, and glad to see the U.S. gold.
So just a little recap of where golf is and what you're thinking. Scotty Scheffler, we argued Xander two majors under his belt this year. Really well, top tier. He has lots of top 10 finishes, lots of top 20 finishes. He's had a really incredible year, honestly. Scotty Scheffler has one major tournament and what, like 6 wins on the tour this year?
I think he's got five. I
Or
don't know, five,
five
five.
and one or whatever like that. And now he has an Olympic gold medal. Does is we're talking about player of the year. Are we, or Bryson also has had an incredible year too. Out of those
Yeah,
three
but he's not
guys.
really. He's not really in the player of the year conversation because they're always going to give it to the PGA. This is a PGA conversation, really.
Okay, so then if we're talking only PGA, so there's in that case it's Xander or Scotty.
Yeah.
There,
Either way, you could put Bryce in there, but I would still say it's Xander or Scotty right now for player of the year. It's crazy to think that a guy with two majors doesn't win player of the year, but
Xander,
I'm
Scotty,
gonna lead. I'm gonna
Scotty's
lead to Xander, but my God, man, if you look at Scheffler's year, what a
yeah.
wild year! He's got he has a major, a gold medal, a jail sentence, a kid, like 4 wins. Like, guys had an incredible year,
He
dude.
spent
What a
a night in the
resume!
pen, dude. It is
A
what it
night in
is,
the
dude.
pen, like,
Scotty the
this guy,
criminal, dude. Scotty the
Scotty the
criminal.
criminal. Scotty the criminal has had an incredible year.
It's gonna be really exciting. I don't know like when does that award usually come out? Like at the
It'll
end?
be after the FedEx Cup. So I would say if Scotty wins the FedEx Cup, I think he'll take Player of the Year from Xander,
Is
which
is
again,
isn't there?
crazy to me to think.
I don't think there's a way that he could lose it, right?
I think he can. Of course he can. He
Ah,
would have to like shit the
s-
bed,
yeah,
but I mean, right
like
now, I think it's his to win. But you got to figure he's with the 3 playoff events, he's gonna win one of them.
he's got to, or at least second. Like I
And
wouldn't.
then And then with the tour championship format, the staggered start or whatever, like you're basically spotting him a lead if he goes in the number one
That's right.
spot.
That's right with the points.
So you got to figure. Yeah, I think that's still how they're doing it because I the whole FedEx Cup
Yeah,
playoff situation
didn't he
it's
start like
crazy to me.
6 under or something last tournament or something? It was like something crazy.
Yeah, but he still won. But I still think that I still think that it's his to lose, and if he does win it, I think you got to give him Player of the Year, even though Xander won two majors, which
I
is
know.
crazy to think.
It is a crazy thing to think that someone who's won 2 majors is not going to win Player of the Year. And then, but Scotty's had, we talked about it before, he's had a career season for anybody, Tiger Woods esque era type of career where you're just dominating. And yeah, his only mistake has been in the majors. And even then, I think what was it? The players that he got arrested?
No, the players he won. Oh,
Oh,
that's
he
the other thing.
was.
Yeah, one of his wins is the Players Championships.
He has the players. I'm sorry. Which is the one he got arrested? Was it?
PJ.
Oh, so
No,
he was
PJ.
at,
PJ.
so he was at the PGA. He got arrested for not the round right after that, but the round after that he did pretty bad, and then ended up losing that one. And then the Open, like both U.S. and British Open, it's not that he played awful. They were really tough conditions, right?
Yeah, he's not going to win every major, but
It'd be super nice to see him win. Question, and this is just my complete ignorance in golf. Has anyone ever won all 4 in a year?
not in a calendar year. Tiger held all four of them.
Okay.
He was the defending champ of all four at the same. Like he held all four titles at the same time.
Right, but not in the
But
same year.
yeah, he did he won the British Open, the PGA, and then so he was holding those
And then
trophies,
the
and
US
and
and
then he won, and then the
Masters.
following year he won the Masters and US Open. So he won them out of order.
Nice.
So that's why they call it the Tiger Slam.
Oh, I love that, dude. I love
It's
that name.
so that's considered the Tiger Slam because he won all four. He had all four titles in the same, held them all at the same time,
Yeah.
but it wasn't in a calendar year. No one's done it in an actual calendar
That's
year.
like when you won all those sexy hairs man competitions for 3 years in a row. That was, they call it the Javi Slam.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. Guys, I
Same
know
thing.
you could probably see me and Javi looking off to the side. It's because Brazil's playing USA right now. USA is whipping out their massive, glorious eagle-like cock right now and destroying them right now. They're up 14 points in the second. So it's been a lot of fun to watch. Have you been watching Olympic basketball?
I've been watching a lot of Olympics in general. I've also been betting them, betting a lot of Olympics
That's what I like to
basketball.
hear, dude. That's what I like to hear.
I will say the worst. I've been the least profitable betting U.S. basketball. Also, I haven't bet a single sport that like I don't bet on anything. It's the Olympics. I don't bet anything other than USA.
Only US
Um,
gold. Is that all
Only,
we're
yeah,
looking, or
yeah.
US wins?
No self-respecting American is going to bet anything other than gold. We don't believe in second or third. That's
Of
fine.
course.
Like,
The
which
medal counts
I
are the
hate.
gold.
I hate that they've been like. I would say that the NBC and Peacock they've been gaslighting us with this medal count BS
Mhm.
because they show oh we're winning the medal count.
They
Nobody
show it by the
cares.
medals.
We
They
are
show it by
Americans.
medals.
We care about first
Yeah.
gold now,
Mhm.
but we weren't winning any golds at the beginning of the Olympics. Not the best year for the U.S. as far as gold medals, in my opinion. We are still tied for most, I
I
think, right now with
Yeah,
China.
I think it was last time I looked, it was
But
22-21. I don't know if we won one since. I think China was up
uh,
by 1.
it's tied. I checked as of today. It was tied. We won. I think we won a couple golds or a
There
gold
you go.
today
There you
already.
go.
But the also
I have to disagree with you on the medal count. And my only reasoning being why. Check it out. There's situations where an American can win first and second. So you're
I
telling me that
understand, but if you look at every other website, the Olympic website, any other
I know
country's
it's by
website,
gold. It's by gold. It's by gold.
it's by gold. We're the only one that does a medal
You
count.
know why? Because no one else is even close. It's 30 golds or 30 medal differential on the
No,
other
we're
side.
crushing people in the medal
Crushing
count.
medal count on the other
Crushing.
side.
We are, and I think we're gonna end up winning the most golds too, because I think all those sports that China is good at are done.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
like
yeah. We're getting to like the track and fields and the athletic side. So
exactly. But I will say going into into the Sunday where I think Scotty Scheffler and like that whole Sunday because you had Scotty Scheffler win
yeah, the
gold, Noah
Ledecky
Lyle, and not Ledecky because that's
swimming.
yeah, but she's girl, she's a female.
Uh-huh.
We had no men, and what's his name? He won. There was a swimmer that won on the same day. Forgot his name. But we were those are the first. That was the first men to win any gold medal for the U.S. in a single, like a men's single sport, like in singles. We had only won in the men's sports. We had only won like team relay golds. So at the beginning of the Olympics, we really
Oh,
weren't winning.
this year.
No, this
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
Oh,
the start of the
understood,
Olympics,
understood. Yeah, yeah.
Scotty was the first men's individual gold
Yeah,
medal
we've only won team ones
we
until
had.
then, or medleys and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
So it was. So I guess really because swimming was the big one, and then we didn't really do that great in swimming, gold medal wise for men. And then gymnastics, I feel like we haven't won a gold in forever. We haven't even medaled.
For men, I think it's harder for. Yeah, I don't think the men have won that much in a
Yeah,
while.
we did win a bronze. I think it was the first time we've medaled in since 2008.
Yeah, I think it's been a hot minute for men on the gymnastics side. So I want to do something really quick here. I'm gonna quiz you here. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. I want you to list off the top of your head. Okay. Top 10 most watched Olympic sports. Go.
Okay. All right.
Olympic,
Well, let's
Summer Olympic sports.
Summer Olympics.
Summer
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured we were doing. All right. So let's try and go with the easy ones. And I think soccer is probably number one, the biggest sport in the world.
I'm gonna give it to you. It's women's soccer. This is number 4.
But so we're differentiating between men's and women's.
That's the only one that you could really. That's the only one. That's the only one.
I feel like soccer's but is this for U.S. or
Just in general, most watched Olympic sports.
Soccer,
Yeah.
basketball,
Basketball is number 6.
swimming,
Is number 3.
gymnastics.
Number 1.
Really, gymnastics is one.
1.
Don't get me wrong. I've been
I mean,
glued to the
it's
gymnastics.
great. It's great.
So good.
Miles.
Women's gymnastics,
Yeah,
men's
it's
gymnastics.
weird.
I don't know why.
They're weirdly strong and they make me feel less of myself, so I don't like watching it.
They're like really strong and they're like short and
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know. It's not as. It's just not as fun. Much fun to watch.
Yeah, they're not
The
as
women's
big.
is Electric Factory. Love it.
Electric.
I've seen like every gymnastics event.
All right, so we're missing
so
2, 5, 7 through 10.
So track and field, like that's
Track and field's number 2. Track and field's number 2. So what? All the things from track and field are in 2.
Okay, yeah, because I was track and field. I want to say golf, but I'm
not in the top
sure.
10.
I don't feel like it's been an old enough. Like it hasn't been around.
Not in the top 10.
Yeah, let me see: gymnastics, swimming, basketball. What else am I missing? How many we need?
You're missing 5 and then 7 through 10.
Damn, that's a lot.
You're missing a lot. You're missing some pretty big ones. You're missing some pretty big popular ones here.
Let me see. Track and field.
Think about the most classic Olympic sport. You have track and field, and you have this one. There's a whole style of it for the Olympics. This is like what you think of when you think of the Olympics, almost.
I don't know. I keep having a bunch of different track and field events pop into my head.
Yeah, no.
Damn, soccer, gymnastics, swimming.
Oh, this is a sad. Come on,
dude. I'm blanking all of a sudden.
Okay, you want me to give it to you?
Volleyball.
Team volleyball, number 7. Nice.
Nah, that's a good one. I'm trying to think. What else have I been watching a lot of?
There's one that Anthony Edwards is a big fan of.
Oh, table tennis.
Yes, number 8.
How is that one of the most watched sports?
Dude, people love it, man.
That's gotta be bullshit.
They love it. They love it.
Are we going by overall, like historically, or are we going by this year?
This is from 2023.
Oh my god! So you're not even giving me numbers from this year?
They're going on right now. How are they gonna know?
Because we would know what's. I don't know. They have ratings.
Sports that haven't even come out yet.
I got table tennis and.
Okay, there's one that's also done in the water.
So I got a question. Is like the triathlon and all that? Is that
all that's in track and field? That's all in track and field.
Okay, water polo.
Water polo is number 5.
That is wild to me.
That is wild.
How is water polo 5?
Yeah, so number 9 is the one that I'm telling you is like a classic Olympic sport. Number 10 is really surprising. I thought 10 was gonna be something completely different, but 10 is like a game that I feel like everyone can play. It just looks like a lot of fun to play. Handball, nice.
Awesome game, by the way.
Right?
I wanted to talk to you.
It's
I
one of
wanted
the
to talk
best
to you
games.
about handball.
One of the best games to watch is handball.
Guys, because first of all, electric to watch, and I am floored that the U.S. doesn't have a team. That is a disgrace.
I know. I don't understand. I feel like we could put. I don't know. And literally, we could make up a little pickup game and kind of dominate this game. All right, but
I don't know.
we're
I don't
getting
know
off
about
track. We're getting
dominate,
off
but
track.
oh my god,
Number 9. Come on, you got this. It's a classic. I could even give you like, I don't even want to give you a hint because it's so easy.
I can't believe I haven't said it already.
I know.
If I said it and you missed it, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I didn't miss it.
All right, list off the ones I said. So I guess
Gymnastics, track and field, swimming, women's soccer, water polo, basketball, volleyball, table tennis, blank, and then handball.
Man, weightlifting,
wrestling, man, wrestling, dude.
Is that really a classic Olympic sport?
Of course, dude. That's like what they used to do.
I know it's one of the old school. Yeah, I know it's like the Greek. Like it was when you think of the
Greco-Roman style wrestling, dude. It's like
style wrestling, but like you're making me think like it's up there with gymnastics and swimming and like track and field. Those are the classic ones.
No, I would say wrestling was probably before freaking swimming.
I get it, but Papa, I've never watched a single minute of Olympic wrestling.
Oh, you're missing out. Wrestling is a phenomenal sport to watch.
I mean, I've seen it. It's just not that entertaining to watch.
I can't wait. Actually, I don't know if this is in the Olympics. Once sumo wrestling to the Olympics, Papa, that's going to be number 1.
Sumo wrestling is fun to watch.
It's phenomenal. No, wrestling is.
I like watching the big dudes smack against each other. That's just fun.
Big dudes heroes. Big dudes are heroes. All right, well, those are your top 10 most watched Olympic sports. Out of those, yeah, handball, phenomenal. I completely agree with you. One of the best sports to watch. I don't know anything about it. And I think it's so simple, and I feel like every kid should be playing handball at all times. I feel like that's a game that you play. Go ahead.
Could you imagine if we had some of our top athletes? Could you imagine like
LeBron,
Tyreek Hill and guys like that, like out there, like
Tyreek Hill would be untouched. He would be
trying to stop that guy. You know, like him, Saquon. You got the guys running around. You got like a.
I don't even know what type of athlete would you want for handball. Would you want rugby style players like thick-thighed, strong, or is it just like the Tyreeks, like speed?
I think it's both, but it's a lot of there's some physicality in it, but it's a lot of
like jumping and throwing, right? Like
dribbling, jumping, throwing, passing. So I think basketball players and relax, man.
Too tall. They're too lanky.
No way, bro. Could you imagine having? First of all, there's not a sport that LeBron isn't athletic enough to play. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Put that guy out there, and he's just gonna go like this with the ball the whole time, and no one's gonna be able to touch it. Like, come get it. You know, and you can't tell me some of these smaller basketball players, Steph Curry and these guys. You can't.
Yeah. So do you think if you had let's say use LeBron, right? Use LeBron as an example, but then let's say you had like a Lionel Messi, like small, agile.
That's
got all the speed in the world.
That's Tyreek.
And just going like under LeBron, like between his legs and shit.
Dude, think about if we put our best athletes to play handball. We would dominate people.
I would love to
watch
that. I would love to watch
put one of these guys like one of these lanky guys like KD at goalie. Good luck. Good luck trying to score, dude.
Speaking
put Bam
of KD,
at goalie,
he's freaking killing it right now. So let's talk a little about U.S. Olympic basketball. I feel like this team
we're only up 8, and I bet the spread 26.
Oh no! So
they haven't covered once, dude.
They don't cover. I think it's weird. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel like our lineup changes every game, and I don't understand why. I feel like U.S. men's basketball is good enough where you don't have to change compared to the team that you're playing. Let them change to you. Like you're the best team you're like the best team in the world. You have all the best players.
I think we saw what happened in the first game when Tatum didn't play. Like the media erupted and it was a shitstorm. And like,
we're not playing flag football here. Like your kid doesn't need a chance to play.
I get it, dude. But you start doing all that, and remember, these are all superstars. There are some egos here. You don't want to. It's a delicate balance. You don't want the team to get into turmoil either with all these petty stars sulking for not playing. But we saw like Tatum didn't play the first game, Embiid didn't play the second game, and I don't think that's the right thing. I think the way we're doing it, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think you got to play to win. I think I'm fine with it. But we saw what happened when you didn't. When you put Embiid and Tatum on the bench for a full game, regardless of what it is, like the media shitstorm is crazy.
Yeah, I think fuck the media. We're here to win goals. We're in the knockout right
I
now.
I
Obviously,
agree.
Brazil isn't that scary of a team. They struggle to shoot. They struggle to shoot. I saw them play against Japan, and they didn't play that well. So I'm surprised we're not blowing them out of the water
I also
completely.
don't think we're very because like right now Embiid's in the game. This team, like I've watched every game actually.
Mhm.
Pathetically, I've seen every single U.S. basketball game. I've watched way too much Olympics. I should have been way
Okay,
more productive with my time.
it's okay.
But we don't like when we the way this team is built. We play better when Bam and AD are out there versus Embiid. He slows it all down for us.
Yeah, I think you're right. I could see that. I think look, Steph Curry's not shooting. I think he's at 20% or something for he's not getting that many minutes either. KD's kind of been our scoring guy. Bam guys has that defensive mindset. So does
Bam
AD.
has been great. He's shoving it down your throat right now. He's proven how good he
Relax.
is.
He's not playing
Get
against
out of here,
anybody.
man.
He
He's
played
been the
against
best player
Puerto
on this
Rico
team.
and South Sudan. All right, so relax.
Serbia,
Relax. And Serbia was a great game. I'll give you Serbia.
and that was arguably his best game.
I'll
Fuck
give you
off.
Serbia. I'll give you Serbia. No, his best game was against South Sudan
True.
and
True.
against nobody. So everyone needs to relax. I'm not
Hey,
saying Bam is bad.
some of those Serbians are pretty good though. I would love that. It would.
Yeah,
I think it would be a
absolutely.
great story. It would be a great story to see a couple of those guys that have showed out get signed to the NBA.
I think
It's
that'll
like I
happen.
don't know if you saw. Did you see like the story behind that team? How Luol Deng,
Yeah, yeah. That's South
he
Sudan.
like
That's South Sudan.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. South
Oh,
Sudan.
you said Serbia. That's why I was confused. Yes, but you're right.
No, I said we played against. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
played against
So
them. But
yeah,
yeah,
I think
South
it's
Sudan.
super interesting with Dang how he's gotten that program up and running.
He's
Absolutely.
funding the whole thing.
Yeah, it's super
So
cool.
it'd be cool to see some of those guys get some contracts.
Yeah, I think the Olympics is great for kind of like those type of players where you don't really have scouts don't have an opportunity to go see them out. Maybe their leagues aren't playing that much. They see these guys playing against a team like the US full of stars, right? You see some guys playing against them and putting up numbers. Hey, he might not start on the Chicago Bulls next year, maybe as a second string or a third string guy, or even have him in the G League. That's how you develop players. I think it's a super exciting thing. That's why I like international basketball like this. You see a lot of players that you wouldn't normally see at all, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I,
exciting,
s-
man. I think
I still
I
think
think
it's yeah.
basketball is in a really good place. I think international basketball is in a really good place. A lot of teams are getting better. It's not just so dominated by the Americans. Obviously, I do think that we're going to win gold this year,
I
not
mean,
just because I'm an American, but just because that team is ridiculous.
yes.
That
Can we
team's
talk
great.
about that team a second? I know everyone talks about the
The
dream
dream team,
team and the redeem team had a good roster.
no, but this team
This,
is. I don't know how many you had
I
Embiid,
mean,
James, Steph
every
Curry,
single I would say every single player on this roster is the number one option for their team, except for
Bam Adebayo.
I disagree.
Oh, you laid it up and I stuffed it down your throat, dude. That was so easy. Oh man. Oh yeah.
First of all, he is the number one option on this team.
I'm losing it. I need water. I need water. You're right though.
Okay,
You're right.
it wasn't that funny. Relax.
You're right.
It
You're right.
wasn't
You're
that
right.
funny on the tip.
Oh god.
Uh,
I'm out of breath. Ooh, I'm okay.
Drew was it Drew
Drew
Holiday?
Holiday. Team
White.
stacked. Tatum, White.
No, I'm
You
saying those are the two I don't think are the number one options on their team.
right.
I think everyone else is the superstar for their team. It's the guy.
But you have LeBron and AD. They're both right. Like that team's just
Yeah, but that's
ridiculous.
what I'm saying. They're both the guys. You look at the
Yeah.
Suns, Booker and KD. They're both the dudes on that team.
Yeah.
Bam with Butler is the dude on his team. Steph Curry, Embiid, LeBron. Obviously, we were saying
Oh, you have
Tatum,
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, no, that's
and
stacked.
like everybody. So it's a joke of a roster. Halliburton doesn't even play.
Yeah, I would love to see this team. I really want to see them in the medal. I really do think that they're going to get the gold. I just don't see a team that could beat them right now. If I like Germany to medal, I like USA to win the gold, and probably either Serbia. I think I like Serbia or France to get the silver. But
So
yeah,
you think we'll be playing against Serbia? So you think it'll be us
I think how it's set
versus?
up, we would play like Serbia, France, or there's somebody else on that side. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's either Serbia and France.
Yeah,
And then on our side, it's probably Germany and us.
yeah, but I don't see them being an issue.
No, Canada is also a team that looks very good on paper, right?
Oh, Canada. That's the other team on the other side.
Yeah, Canada looks so very good on
Canada.
paper.
Canada, I would probably say has the on paper probably has the second best roster. You think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
As
you're
far as
not wrong.
NBA guys go, that's full NBA
You're
players.
not wrong. You're not wrong at all. No, they're a very good team. When we played against them, we saw like they could put up numbers.
I think that would be the funnest game.
I don't see us losing though. I really don't.
No, I think it would honestly be a disaster for this team to lose. I don't
Oh
see how
God!
they're.
Look, we said we were up by 8 points and we're up by 23 now. So
Yeah,
like
hey,
that, this is a team that knows how to score and knows how to play defense.
maybe we'll actually cover.
Yeah, I feel like if there's a game that I know we haven't covered, but Brazil struggles to score. Like they couldn't score against Japan, which I don't know if you saw the Japan game, but they're tiny. They can't. Like literally, it was.
Could
like
you imagine this team? Could you imagine U.S. against Japan? That
Oh,
hilarious.
it would have been disgusting. It would have been awful. I wouldn't have.
I wonder what the spread on that game would be.
Oh, it's probably like 40.
So let me ask you, what's your favorite Olympic sport? What has been your favorite Olympic sport to watch
Swim.
so far?
Believe it or not, this beautiful body used to swim when I was very young. I used to swim competitively, and I know what it takes. And dude, those guys are just freaks of nature. I had a coach who was an Olympic swimmer, and I remember him telling me, "Hey, why don't you swim with fins on? And I'm gonna give you a lap lead, and I'm just gonna swim normal." And I was a decent butterfly swimmer when I was a kid, and I was like, "Okay, I'll do it, and I'll beat you." Man, this guy
Smoked you.
lapped me 3 times. And we're talking about like an older Olympic swimmer, not even like a guy like in his prime. These guys are freaks of nature, man. These guys are very good at what they do. I think when we talk about the best Olympics of all time, Olympians of all time, we're usually talking about swimmers. They could also swim like a bunch of different events, right? Like that's the benefit of what they have. That's why they could get so many medals. But when we're talking about Phelps, Ledecky, these people, man, they're breaking records. They're destroying. I think the battle this year between the Australians and the Americans just shows like how good and how competitive swimming has become. And a lot of these players, they practice here in college. They're NCAA players. They train here after they're in college. They usually train here in these collegiate sports, and then that's where they play. They race against each other, and in the world records and in the world champions and stuff. And man, swimming's just super exciting. Every race, it's very quick. You're in there for a minute and a half. On the longer swims, maybe 5-6 minutes.
Super fun to watch.
Super fun to watch. Track and field has been a lot of fun to watch. I'm not that huge in track and field.
Yeah, me neither. But I like the obviously the 100 meter,
The 100 meter, the
which
200.
was awesome this year. It felt like I missed how fun that event was because you seen Bolt like you realize
Made
after
it
seeing
boring.
this one and how close it was,
Yeah.
and then you just forgot because before it was Usain Bolt like
Yeah.
literally three like lengths ahead of everybody.
I know.
It was crazy.
It was super exciting to see an American bring back the world's fastest man, right?
Yeah,
It's
I think
nice.
he's got the 200 meter coming up too.
Yeah, we got a bunch of good races still pending. That's why I'm thinking that U.S. Olympic gold medal is going to start jumping up a little bit because a lot of.
Yeah, we still have a lot to go. But I got a question. Going back to the 100 meter and Noah Lyles. So you remember his comments that he made? Yeah. Remember the comments that he made a while back on the World Championships and
Yes,
the
with the
NBA and
NBA.
all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think now? Can he still talk? Like, can he talk all the shit he
He
wants?
can talk all the shit he wants. He's the world's fastest person in the world.
Yeah. So I get exactly, but like he was getting torched,
destroyed.
Even after he won, I saw on social media people were like still torching him.
Here's the thing: Noah Lyles has a point, right? Are we gonna say that who won the finals last year? The Celtics. You could tell me the Celtics could be this team right here, the USL. Yes. No, the U.S. Olympic team.
Not the U.S. Olympic team, but they could beat any other. They could beat the second best international team, in my opinion.
No, they don't have the backup. They wouldn't be able to. You're saying like they could be like Canada or these teams?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think look, the World Series. You're telling that's stupid.
See, the World Series, I'll give it to him, but I'm just specifically the NBA.
I feel like
I think it works. I think it works in the NBA because there's
a lot of international players.
There's a lot of international players. Like it's widely regarded. If you're not playing in the NBA, it doesn't really mean anything anywhere.
I would love to see
Euro basketball. You have some talent, but like everybody knows these European teams will get smoked by just about any NBA
You
team.
know what I would love to see from basketball specifically? Because I think basketball could do what soccer does and have a Champions League where you get your top three from the NBA, your top three from the Euros, your top three from wherever you want, however you want to separate it, play all against each other, club teams. So like the Bulls versus the Shanghai Giants or whatever they are.
That's the thing. I just think you're
But
not. I think
what
it's.
ends up
I think
happening?
it's so far ahead. I think the NBA is so far ahead it wouldn't work. I think maybe you could do that with baseball.
Sure, with baseball, you could absolutely do that. The
You
Marlins will
have,
never see anything.
yeah, but whatever. But the Yankees against I don't know Dominican national team. Have fun with that. You know what I mean?
I'm not even saying national. I'm saying club on the club league level. I think what'll give an opportunity is these club leagues in like these other countries to have exposure. It's like how like Bayern Munich, they play for champions. They don't give a crap about Bundesliga,
Yeah, but
you
it's
know?
in soccer. Like you're playing the Champions League. Yeah, you have Bayern playing against Real Madrid. Like each individual league has they're super strong leagues. It's a way stronger global sport versus the NBA. Put the NBA champions. Go put the Boston Celtics to go play against the best team in the Serbia league or whatever. These Greece or any of these other leagues where these like guys who can't make it in the NBA go to Europe and dominate. Like what was it
Yeah.
that I saw the other day? Dwight Howard,
Right.
DeMarcus Cousins, and who's the other guy? A third guy, smaller guy. I'm dropping the ball. Like I forget who it is, but these guys are like, yeah, once upon a time they were like the dudes in the NBA. They go to Europe and now they're like the big three over there. They're just crushing people.
Yeah.
So I just don't think that. So that's why in the NBA, I think I think that the NBA champion is the world champion, in my opinion. I don't think it's close there.
Okay.
Maybe in other sports you can make the conversation,
I think
but
I don't even know like international wise, it's like baseball, basketball, soccer,
hockey.
hockey. Oh, hockey. What do you think about hockey? The Russians have a nasty hockey league, don't they?
Yeah, the KHL. But it's considered it's considered the next best professional league. So I think it would be. I think it would be a that would be it would be competitive to see the two
Also,
champions. But
hockey's so evenly matched all the time. I always feel like we talked about it before. I always feel like hockey is an evenly matched sport in the sense where maybe I'm thinking of NHL where like the best of hockey is not that much. Obviously, they're better than the worst team, but they're not that. It's not an impossibility that they could win.
yeah, we saw the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
Finals. How close that was.
Yeah, exactly.
I still think the NHL would dominate. Like the Panthers go play the best KHL team.
They'll dominate.
I think they would definitely win. I don't know about dominate, but they would for sure win.
It'll be a lot of fun. It's a great study.
Again, I
I
don't
hope
know
at some
much
point
about the KHL league. I'm just going by the little I do know. I do know it's a competitive professional league, but
we should set up that league. We'll call it the Unity League, and we play KHL versus NHL in the off season. What think about all these Russians that we have playing for our teams? Are they going to say no to their home team?
I know it's a controversial topic, but what do you think? What do you think about not having Russia in the games? I feel like that's
Listen, these
like
guys are a bunch of fucking cheaters.
no. Remember, the ban is over now. They're not in. Russia and Bulgaria aren't in because of the Ukraine war. They weren't
Yeah,
allowed
but
to the Olympics, which I get. But I'm saying which is fine. Like politics aside, I just think that this all these sports
none
are a
of the
lot
athletes are
better.
playing. Are the athletes are playing? Are they playing? I know for the band they were playing on an individual status. Are they doing that this year? I haven't noticed.
No, there's zero athletes
Zero Russians.
from zero
I
Russians.
think I more than anything I feel sad for the athletes. I think a lot of these
Agreed, but
athletes.
but like that Russia being obviously a lot of them are doping or were doping, but aside from that, historically, like they've always been such a huge competitor in
Yeah.
these games. Do you think it takes away a little bit from the
From these wins?
competition?
No, because they're still playing against the best. They're still beating athletes that are the ones
Yeah, I
that they're
guess
playing against,
the
right?
best available. Yeah, the best
The best
available.
available. If an NBA finals in an NBA game, there's an injury. Yeah,
Yeah.
do
It is
you
the
talk
it
about
is
there being an injury? Yes, there's an injury, but you beat them otherwise because you could have been injured as well.
It's so fun to play against Russia, though. I don't know why.
That's just a great story. USA
When
versus
USA
Russia.
goes against Russia, like it's always just got extra juice.
Yeah, I think that's like our generation of we used to watch like our parents used to watch Rockies And that was
Yeah,
like a
it's
big
not,
when we were kids. Like we come just out of
we're a generation. Yeah,
1980s.
we're a generation removed from the Cold War. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
our parent, it was a huge deal to our parents.
Our
Like
kids won't get it. Our kids are gonna say
our
the
kids
same
don't
thing
give a
about.
shit about. Yeah, exactly.
They'll say that about I don't know some stupid
China,
thing. Yeah, China
whoever
or
the
something.
next, yeah, whoever we get in the next World War against.
Yeah, exactly. World War.
Might be Russia actually.
It might
It
be.
might
It
actually
might
be
be.
Russia.
It's the generation before had the Nazis, and that's like the greatest villain of all time. And then then our parents' generation had like the Russians, and then we're gonna have something else, right? Like it's gonna be something else. Probably
Yeah,
the
I guess
Russians. You're not
ours
wrong.
ours growing up was like the Middle East because of 9/11 for a
Sure.
bit. And like,
Exactly. Exactly. Real quick, how excited for you are football coming up?
oh my god, I can't stop. I just started my fantasy stuff, like looking at a fantasy and trying to remember who's on what team now because so many moves have been made.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I cannot wait. I am so excited for football.
I did the mini episode, what was that, 2 weeks ago, of
Yeah, the way too
early
early.
college football predictions. And that just like when I got the game, I got college football and I was like, oh my God, I miss this so much. I miss playing like with my favorite teams. I already got 3 Heismans. I've already got like 10 national championships. I
Can I ask you a
can't wait.
question on that? Are
Yeah.
you one of those guys that like when you do the road? Do you do the
The
road
road
to
to glory.
glory?
Uh-huh.
And also, do you always just make sure that you get onto like
No.
Oregon, Ohio
No,
State,
no, dude. I got my guy
Bama?
from Kennesaw State. Right? He was on Kennesaw State. I transferred him to where was it? To Utah, and then I transferred him to UM. And then I won a national championship at UM.
What year did you
Transfer portal, baby. Transfer portal. I won as a senior.
as a senior?
Yeah, bro. Because I tried to do it as whoa, I lost my mic. I tried to do it as an underdog. And dude, when you do an underdog, they should tell you, bro, you have to like it's so boring because you have to practice and you don't get to play games and you're just practicing and you're doing stupid shit for 3 years because I got redshirted twice. So it took me forever just to get to play in a game. And then finally, when I got to Utah, I dominated. I was like MVP number 2. I didn't get the Heisman.
What?
I was second.
Are you a quarterback?
Yeah, I was a quarterback. No, I'm not gonna play something else. I do
Yeah,
want
some
to
people
try.
do that.
I want to try running back. I'm gonna try running back. I don't want to do like wide receiver because then if you don't get the ball thrown to you, it's boring.
Dude, I forgot what it was. NCAA 20, I think 14 or 13. I did a linebacker once. That was awful.
That's boring as hell, dude.
That's how
I don't.
deep.
I
That's
skip
how deep
defense.
NCAA
I don't
was.
even play defense, dude. That's not even. That's not even on my radar. I only do defense on the team one, not on the.
Do you play online?
No, God, no. I'm not that good to play online. No.
Also, I feel like
I don't need like
I
a
feel
bunch
like,
of 13-year-olds to tell me how I suck. I know I suck.
but also like when you go online, I feel like, for example, now everyone and their mother posts on social media like clips of NCAA, like people
Right.
playing whatever, playing online and bad beats and everything. Every single game that you look at that they post a clip on, it's the same 4 or 5 teams. Nobody plays with anyone else. It's like
Yeah, you're
Oregon,
not gonna
Bama,
play.
Texas, Ohio State. Like that's it.
You're not gonna play with the fucking FIU.
Why
You're
not,
not
man?
gonna
Have some
win.
fun. Okay, but have some fun. Play with some. There's a million fun, good college football teams.
Listen, my FIU team has won 2 national championships, so I know. I am the Mario Cristobal of FIU right now.
I hope they change the name to Pitbull Stadium in the game.
Don't
They
tell
do an
me.
update.
Don't tell me.
I hope they do an update.
I hope they have the Dale sound clip. Dale every time you do a touchdown. Do you think the band is gonna learn Pitbull songs?
I don't think. I feel like they're not going to be allowed to play anything but Pitbull songs.
You know what? I'm gonna buy season tickets. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get fucking weird. So yeah, I'm super excited for college football. I do want to talk to you about something. I'm gonna say it live here so that people could hear it and be excited for it. I think we should do a purely fantasy show. We deep dive, go through our fantasy picks, our top picks for each.
But I don't want to reveal my stuff to you, man. We're in a big league together.
Listen, I could tell you from the bottom of my heart, I could care less what you say. I'm always gonna pick something different than you.
I was kidding. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We usually do auction draft anyways on our auctions, and it's a crapshoot anyways. Nobody ever gets who they want on ours.
True.
You just
I'm
get
not. I love talking some fantasy football. Just anything football right now gives me a.
Yeah,
I'm also a huge fantasy football guy.
All right, so we're gonna do our fantasy pick. I think maybe not next week, but maybe the week after we'll do one. I know we're on a time limit with you. We got to make sure that we lock in as many shows as we can before the big guy disappears on us for a little bit. Also, a little bit of homekeeping. I'm excited to say this. Week 1 of college football. Javi, you will not be along with us. But I am going to do a live show, straight live betting the entire day. Week 1, Saturday, college football. It's just me and you guys, and we're going to do only live bets.
I'm gonna try and pop in a little bit.
We'll pop in. Maybe we'll get you on the phone. Maybe we'll do a little clippy thing.
Yeah, I gotta see. It's legit gonna be like I'm watching the Florida game from.
Yeah, you're not gonna
probably watching it from the hospital room.
Yeah, but I'm talking about streaming live comments. We're gonna bet. We're gonna bet all day. We're gonna see. We're gonna start off with a certain amount of money and see how far we could take it. Hopefully, we're in the positive there. Not saying it's guaranteed, but I would like to see it in the positive. Week 1, college football. Make sure you guys live stream. Also, Geocache. You guys are killing it. Make sure you guys follow us on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, or on YouTube. Anywhere we post it, follow it. We've gotten these things picked up. We've posted 2. They got picked up within 10 minutes. You guys are freaking killing it. Killing it.
One more football thing, because we didn't really talk NFL. What's your, off the cuff, what's your way too early Super Bowl prediction for this year?
49ers.
You're not even going to say the Dolphins. You piece of shit. You just hate Miami sports.
Wow. Why the attack, dude?
I put you on the spot, and you if you put me on the spot, I'm just going to say Miami.
No, dude. No,
you're going to go 49ers.
No, you're going to put money on the Dolphins to win it?
I already did. Of course.
Sure. You know what? I'm going to join you on that bet, but I'm not going to think they're going to win. I'm just going to do it straight out of fandom.
Listen.
Bro, the 49ers are stacked.
It's preseason right now. This is the only time where we can realistically believe the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl. Because once the season starts, you just slowly. I'm
gonna go off topic. Did you like the Tyreek Hill Tua signings?
I love the Tyreek signing. Okay. You can lock him up for 3 more years. He's the best player in football, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
The Tua signing, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's just we got fucked. It's a product of the market right now. Yeah, the market. I know a lot of people aren't happy with it.
But that's the market for.
It's the market for quarterbacks. I'm not happy with the fact that we locked them up for 5 years. But that's also I'm also not from day one. I've never been a Tua guy. I didn't want to draft him. He's our quarterback for the next 5 years. I think he's not going to win us a Super Bowl. We're going to need a really good defense, everything else to help us win. But one thing I will say that I do like with the contract is it's 55, 56, but for him to get that number, it's loaded with incentive. The guaranteed is only, I think the guaranteed is only like 40. So it's not like as horrible as we say. Like he's got to hit a bunch of these incentives, which include winning playoff. One of them is win a fucking playoff game. So.
Yeah. I think the last thing I'm going to say about it is I wasn't super excited for the Tua contract until the Tyreek contract. I think that's a good investment on Tua is to keep Tyreek for 3 years. Obviously, that is the biggest threat, the most athletic person probably in the NFL. So like Lamar Jackson or something. He is an incredible athlete. I think if you gave Tua 5 years, you gave him a weapon for 3 years. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's like you're seeing. We have this new offense locked in right now for the next few years. This is what we're going to see year in, year out from the Dolphins. Now you got Waddle still on a young deal, Tyreek locked in for another 3. You just signed Tua for 5. HN is there's super high.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I think McDaniels from this year. I think McDaniels has got it. That's another year under his belt. I like it a lot. That's all I got for today. Do you have anything else?
Nope. Go USA. We are up.
Go USA. 69-46 right now. Oh, LeBron James just did a sweet little layup. God, I love it.
46-71. 71-46. We're going to cover, baby. I think we're going to do it.
The sweat in the small stuff, baby.
U.S. women's U.S. women's soccer is going to gold, too.
That's all. Don't they always?
Not really. This is the first time I think we played since 2012 for gold.
Oh, really? God damn it. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're out of here. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys follow us on everything.
Go USA.
Go USA.
You've been listening to First Step. We told you we don't take this too seriously, didn't we? I'd say we've proven that. Yes, we love sports, and we love sports betting. But we like the funner side, not the stuffy side. We hope you had a blast like we did. If so, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on Instagram and TikTok at First Step Bets. See you next time on First Step.